You can't go to court looking like Sideshow Bob, bro. You gotta at least button up a little bit, bro.
No, I ain't button. This is what I look like. This is what my money look like. Welcome to a late night edition of Rod Uncensored Network. You know what I mean? I got Boom here. Well, you know, we was just rapping with Miss Londa. I gotta understand. I want to know this question, man. Does men needs matter to black women or women in general?
I mean, if we're going off of Miss Londa's thoughts, hell no. But she's not speaking for every woman, so I will say, bro, these hoes is tripping. I'm through with them.
God damn.
I don't even know what to say. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. I don't give a fuck about what they say. I'm talking about all of them. I'm tired of them until I find one, and I know they out there. So if you taking this to the heart, shout out to you, because you probably the hoe I'm talking about. But I know there's some real women out there who ain't on that bullshit. But until I find one, all you bitches is bitches. Fuck you. Bro, I done sat here. Bro, it's got so bad, nigga. I see it in my daughters. And that's the fucked up part about it, because now I'm just like, damn, a woman gonna fucking be a woman, because I see it. Like, what the fuck? The logic and shit, the way that my girls be thinking this shit for no reason, bro. So, nah, they don't give a fuck about that.
That should be real, because the logic of women and what they getting passed to, and to be honest with you, a lot of these women get the game from the mother. They look to see what their mom doing. The mom is always going to be key. Is always going to be the chief. I don't care what nobody say.
Man, yeah, it was times where I'm glad you said that, because there was times where my kid's mother would tell her she don't need to be listening to no nigga, this, that, and the other. And now it's, you gonna mess up, you gonna fuck around and lose. And it's like, why you ain't teach her that in the first place? And then I'm going through that with my daughters, because now all of a sudden this woman don't want to be friends with her daughter no more after they then became teenagers. Now she want to be friends with them as they're grown. Now she want them to go back to being kids, even though they're grown. But you made them your friend all the way up until they were teenagers. Now you don't want to hear the disrespect no more. And now you think they're just gonna change overnight. So, and one day, and so they night and day, right? So with me, it's like, yes, sir, no, sir. Okay, I'll do it. Sometimes it's lit, whatever. With her, it's cool. We supposed to both ride together on this because these are our children. Instead, with the kids, instead of her checking them when they hug and whom her, she just, whatever, get out of my face. When I don't want to be bothered with her, it's yappity yap yap yap. Bitch, why ain't you saying this to your kids? How you gonna talk to me like this? You won't even talk to your motherfucking kids like this. And then I see so many women put their kids on the fucking pedestal. But what happens when they get grown and they think that everything's supposed to be handed to them because you did it? Well, listen. This world fucked up, man. The world is still the government trying to control our children. These hip-hop motherfuckers trying to control our children. These women are already controlling our children. If you ain't a man that's already in power or is about to inherit some power, you ain't a man. Doesn't matter your connections. I'm sick and tired of hearing motherfuckers talk about what they do for their motherfucking self, man and woman, but for sure women. I'm so tired of hearing about what they do for themselves because it's like I done heard women say, "Don't nobody do shit for me and my kids," but then you see on their post, "I got a babysitter who want to go out." Well, ain't nobody doing shit for you and your kids. How the fuck you get a babysitter? Make it make sense.
Yeah, that shit wild, man. This to see how things are, man. Like I said, man, I'm at the point of my life, man, where the deadbeat word doesn't bother me. At the end of the day, man, I'm at the point where life is what it is, man.
Did it ever bother you?
If you don't respect me now, you ain't never gonna respect me.
Did it ever bother you?
It bothered me at one time when I was going through the bullshit, but sometimes you gotta look into that higher power. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta build yourself up. If you don't got no fix a flag to fucking fill that flooded mind you got, it to correct it quick, it can drag you the fuck down.
You can drown because I'm definitely drowning, bro. But I realized where I was drowning at. I realized that this life raft that I have too many people on it. Even in his own,
you got to lighten the load up.
you got like load up.
And I'm at the point where in my life raft, I probably got one person, myself. Like I don't really believe in
married, bro.
I am, but I'm not. My mental comes first before anything else.
So you married to yourself and then her.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you right. How the fuck you gonna be right for somebody else
if you ain't right yourself?
If you ain't right. And sometimes I tell my woman, I say, yo, today's not the day. I just need to stay home because I'm mentally not there. I'm mentally not even be available for nobody right now. Sometimes we get into that phase. Don't make you a bitch ass nigga because you ain't mentally mostly available for somebody. But sometimes you gotta take that time for yourself to get yourself right because we got so much pressure on us. And that's why a lot of men don't make it to 65, 70, 80, 90. Because you hold all that shit in.
And that's the problem because of the stress, right? So, like I was saying to Ms. London, and there's a lot of women out here that's like that, which is crazy. But like I was saying to her, like, you know, it's not the fact that you won't make a sandwich or anything in that area. It's the fact that you are willing to do it. So most females are out here talking about what they ain't gonna do for a man. So when we start talking about it, it's like I ain't gonna take care of man, I ain't gonna do nothing. So they start off rip, start naming off the big shit they ain't gonna do, right? Okay, we got that understood. We a man, we should be doing it. But what about the little shit? Now you telling me you ain't gonna do the little shit either? So what the fuck good is these bros for? If I'm gonna call you a bitch, I'm gonna call you a bitch if this how you going, because at the end of the day, fuck it. That sound like, bitch, I'm finna come through, hit that shit, and go. Why would I want to be with a person who already ain't about to look out for me for the big shit? And now we find out you ain't gonna look out for me for the little shit either. And if you ain't gonna make a sandwich for me, then you ain't about to motherfucking help me get my credit together. You ain't gonna help me get nothing in my life together. All you worried about is what you got going on, and if I'm not in your way. And if that's cool, that's cool. But I think that, man, it has nothing to do with a nigga go get his mind right and build him a house and, you know, pay for a house and get all that shit together. But a nigga always just want to put a smile on a woman's face. A nigga just be wanting like to, you know what I'm saying, be for a woman, especially the ones that deserve it. So of course we want to, you know, fuck these hoes or whatever. But for the most part, when they get a woman, man, niggas be wanting to put smiles on their woman's face, man. And these women, they don't see that shit, bro. They just argue with you about shit, make illogical conversations, and then tell you that you wrong for having feelings about their thoughts.
And that's why, and that's what a
you
lot of
speak
them
your
want to be.
thoughts, you sassy. And I can hear you. I'm going to grab my lighter. But if you speak your thoughts, you sassy.
You a sassy nigga. Like they want you to be, they want you to be tough as iron. They want you to be tough as shit, and don't pay nothing. Just pay their bills, pay their nails done. And that's
Say
all it's about. Financial gain. If you can't produce that financial gain, you ain't shit to these niggas, man.
and quickly, I'll tell you that it ain't about the money. Well, then what the fuck is it about? What the fuck is it about? Let's just be real. You don't want a nigga laid up in your house because he's not giving you no money, but it ain't about the money. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Make that make sense, please.
You ain't gonna never be able to, man.
That's the women. That's the logic in women. That's what I mean, bro. It's just like there's no logic. You don't want a nigga to do nothing for you because you independent. Cool. So then it shouldn't. So a nigga should be able to come up in here, fuck when he motherfuckers want to, and then leave. You independent. You got all this shit under control, anyways. So now it's only on your time. Cool. If that's on your time, don't get mad about not having no man, nigga. These women out here, all I see on these podcasts and shit, men this, men don't do this, men don't do that, men need to stand up, men need to, and it's like you want me to step up and stand up for a woman who out here talking like these niggas ain't shit. One of them slap her across the head, then y'all want to get mad at me because I watched it. This woman wasn't walking in the gas station minding her fucking business. She out here in all these niggas' motherfucking faces talking shit, and one of them slapped the fuck out of her. Now you want me to be Captain Save-A-Ho and put my life on the line.
And expect it from you.
And if you don't, to a whole ass nigga.
I didn't. You know what the sad thing about it is? They only will protect us till we get on the t-shirt. That's the only time they're gonna protect us. When the niggas on the t-shirt. That's the only time they're gonna protect us, when we already on the t-shirt.
Or that's the only time they're gonna appreciate us.
You don't miss on the fucking t-shirt.
You don't miss your water till your well run dry. Right? So niggas ain't thirsty. Niggas been out here splashing water on their head, throwing it up in the air, trying to make rainbow cloud, but there ain't no water in that motherfucker. Now they like, damn, that water, I could have drank that. I probably still had some if I didn't pour that shit on the bitch last week. La la la. You don't miss your water till your rail run dry. And that's the problem with these motherfucking women, because that's why I asked her, are you stressed when you do all this? Yeah, of course she's gonna be stressed. She got a lot going on. You don't think that it'd be less stressful if you had a man that had your back and was on it with you?
And we gotta get to the point. She said she get to the point. Go ahead.
She said she'd rather pay for somebody to come fix something than make this nigga a sandwich. Like, you'd rather pay $500 to go get your shit fixed than make this nigga a $2 sandwich and he fix it for you. That's women out here like that, boy. They lost. And
that's why black business is under where it is. You gotta keep it a stack.
Gotta keep it a stack.
That's why black business where it is.
Most black men
because these niggas don't value us, man. I'm telling you. You know how many niggas I used to see when I used to be on them slopes. I used to fuck around on them slopes with the white women. If they ain't good enough to use your comb, they ain't good enough to bring you home. It ain't good enough to bring them home. Bitch, you didn't value me. Why you give a fuck what I'm doing? Hey, but when you Serena and Venus, you bring one of them snow niggas with the pony nose on. Oh, sis, you doing your thing. She doing it. She got a good one. She tired of these Tyrone ass niggas. They doing her thing. Oh, I'm proud of her, sis. But why ain't the same energy? We play by different rules. We play by the same rules of WWE, WrestleMania. We don't get to pick our own stories. We already here to get pinned. You know what I mean?
You know, the shit's sad. And then this right here that we doing is probably gonna be considered complaining, sassiness, all that.
Oh man, sassy nigga behavior. This nigga eat glizzies with no bun. That's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
gonna put us on.
Then you gonna have them other niggas out here who so mother. Yeah, he sassy, baby. Come over here to a real. Shut your bitch ass up, whole ass nigga.
You come to a real nigga, because real niggas ain't gonna cry about you,
We
Black
don't want
Queen.
you to wake up and make a sandwich. We don't want you to.
I'll make the sandwich for you, Black Queen.
Hello,
Black
beautiful.
Queen. Black Queen. Grand Rising, Black Queen. Grand Rising.
And now she
They
like,
don't
yeah, nigga, I ain't
appreciate
make you no
you in the
sandwich.
neighborhood.
No, baby, you ain't got to. Like, what the fuck, bro? So you finna go out here and bust your ass in and cook the food? Like, you's a fucking old ass nigga, bro.
But
Like,
I
for
gotta
real,
say
bro.
this, man. The biggest reason why I feel like, man, women think they're so advanced with mental health, but they're not, man.
They started
Because
this
a
shit.
lot of that trauma they still hold on, and they come with that relationship. I'm not doing this. I already did this before with that one nigga, and they don't change, and they cool with it.
Or they, like you said, they evolved but they started this fucking mental health shit, man. And you know, they
Man, you know how many niggas out themselves because a woman did them wrong or came with that vibe, fuck you, nigga, you ain't shit, and they start building off that, and they didn't correct that shit, and they deleted themselves off that.
Man, they delete themselves so much nowadays because of just the stress.
I'm talking about this men from abuse. Men get abused too.
I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Just for the mental abuse, niggas mental like listen, bro. I'm not on a suicidal, but at this point, my only reason I had to live is because of my children. And so now that they acting the way that they acting, it's like shit. I might as well just kick it and go out. However, I'm gonna go out. I don't care about dying anymore. See, I wanted to live because I wanted to make sure that they got. But once they showed me that they don't give a fuck about how I feel, then now I'm supposed to go live my life and just die out because I don't have anything to live for. When you were saying earlier on the show, like kids is a blessing, you fucking right. Because before I had my first daughter, I didn't give a fuck about shit. After I had my first daughter, or when I knew after I had my first daughter, found out she was mine, I went and got my GED. 21 years old. I instantly started switching up. So it's still a gift and a curse because that same daughter is one of them daughters who acting out being unlogical. And what makes it even more illogical is, for one thing, you can say one thing in one ear, you scared of somebody, and then in the other ear tell somebody to wait on you to come back. You know, and that makes no sense. How could you tell this man? Why would you want to go back to a motherfucker that you are scared to, that you ran from in the first place? Make it make sense. Because the reason that you ran was some bullshit. That could be the only reason. Or you just stupid. And my daughter ain't nowhere near stupid. So you ain't running from your dad. You know good and damn well what type of relationship we got. But at the same motherfucking time, because you wasn't getting your way, if you cried and you made everybody fall for you, you win, right? But then when you find out everybody that fell for you can't do 10% of the shit your dad can do. Now you're like, I'm sorry, Dad. I was just being a teen going through what I was going through. After I got to be embarrassed and explain myself to several 50 million people that I ain't did nothing but try and be a good father. Now you understanding, and this is the logic of these girls. And it's just like, what the fuck are we doing, man? What are we doing to these women? Or what the fuck are people doing to these women to make them think like this? Because when we talk about mental illness, my nigga, that shit come from them. It wasn't no nigga sitting here like, you know what we used to say, the shit. Everything that, and excuse me, people, for saying this. Excuse me, YouTube, for saying this. I ain't even gonna say it. But everybody that used to use the R word for the little mentally challenged people was men. The females was the one to say, don't do that. Now, I'm not saying that that's right to call them that or talk about their mentally challenged situation. But what I'm saying is all this mental challenge and mental abuse and all that shit come from women, because at the end of the day, nigga, we was, shut your dirty ass up, Howard. Rod, you stink, boy. But as soon as somebody tell her she stink, it's, oh my God, I just don't want to go outside and work if they said I stink. Oh, she got something wrong with her mental. And then all of a sudden you get the men out the motherfucking way and you let the mentally challenged women or the mentally ill women or whatever issue mentally have going on raise our motherfucking sons, and now they take heed to it. Yeah, because there is mental issue. I had mental issue. I was dealing with my mom. She ain't have her boyfriend. That's so like, nigga, grow up and be a man about it, bro. Handle it. What are you talking about? Mental issue, and you couldn't figure out how to be a man because your mom didn't have a dude. Because your dad left. Nigga, we did this. This is what we do.
But that's what I'm saying, man. this shit is new where people don't understand it, man.
It's sensitive.
They sensitive, man, and
Inconsiderate.
you know what I mean, growing up, man, when you come from projects and lower class housing, you learn problem solving. You learn how to be. I think you learn how to. You learn how to.
Don't. Some people stay on Section 8 their whole life. Some people.
No, I'm talking about as men. I'm talking about as men.
Yeah, some people don't. They sit up under their woman on that project housing.
No, I'm talking about basic problem solving. You learn how to talk to people. You learn how to. I feel like you learn. That's what I learned. I don't know about everybody else, but I feel like you learn how to talk and learn how to problem solve, and you learn what shit you willing to do, what shit you not willing to do. You know what I mean? And people don't understand that. And like my son, and my daughter, they got the world. I didn't grow up with the world. I didn't grow up with Jordans and Dunks and shit like that. You know what I mean? My mom had a good job. Both my parents had a good job, but I still lived in the projects for 10 years prior. So I didn't have all that. We went out maybe once for niggas' birthdays and shit like that. But
you said
niggas got it different. My kids they blessed. I didn't have that.
You said your dad was home too, or just your mom?
My dad was in the military. You know, my dad was in the service, so I didn't get with him till I turned 10. You know what I mean? When I turned 10, that's when I moved to Tennessee and moved from there. Then I came back. So I was a nigga out the tank, out of the fish tank, the project fish tank, and I came back. So you gotta realize, you gotta tune in. What the fuck? How am I supposed to act here? Because I was living in, I guess, medium class. You know what I mean? Niggas got houses on a little bit of land. So you had to readjust. You had to tap in and problem solve and work on life. Niggas didn't have this. My son got the world. My daughter got the world. You know what I mean? So it's different. You know what I mean? And they don't have to understand that. They're gonna understand when they become adults.
I think it go a little deeper than that, though. I think that I totally get what you're talking about, because being raised by a woman until you're 10, being raised by a military dad, you know, you do have two different ways that you have to come out on life.
And both them niggas deal with trauma. Both my parents, my dad had 12 siblings. My mom had 13. So you gotta think the trauma of not having, the trauma of not dealing with a dad too long, because my granddad, my dad died young. My mom's dad died young. He probably died in his like early 50s, like maybe 40 something. So that's a lot of trauma for niggas to deal with, and having all them siblings. So you value money different. So you trying to be tighter than that and not trying to give your kids too much, because that's what you grew up off. So it's a lot of shit niggas go through, but you still want to enjoy your, you know what I mean? My parents probably not too older than your parents, you know what I mean? So they were still doing them stuff, you know what I mean? Still doing them, dropping you probably off to your grandma's house, you know what I mean? Or some kind. Your mom didn't go out?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever.
Listen, everybody's story different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I had an older sister. I had an older sister, so she used to watch me when I.
Yep, I definitely had an older sister. I have an older sister.
My sister's 9 years older than me, so she's already in her 40s.
Mine's only 5 years older than me.
So, like, my dad had me at 37. My mom was already 32. So, I'm old nuts. So go ahead.
Nah, I'm just my dad. I try not to blame him too much. My dad was the only child, and he started smoking crack. I don't know if I'm a crack baby. My mom say like she found out 2 to 6 months after I was born. So I don't know if I'm an official crack baby on his side, but I definitely know that.
I never heard crack nut destroying nobody though.
It ain't even about the nut. It's just about how strong the nut is. Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga smoking crack, nigga. Out here.
Oh, no. I don't know. I don't know about that, boy.
Your boys is
the mom hit it. I
The
don't know.
balls
Though.
is a part of the body. The reason that the balls produce sperm is because your body is producing this shit to make the sperm, my nigga. So if your body is if your body has crack and heroin all up in it, that shit is moving your balls, my nigga. Now, what I will say is the egg will possibly make the sperm more safer and more healthier. Yeah. And so I wouldn't call myself a full crack baby because my mama wasn't smoking it while I was forming. But as a motherfucking sperm cell, I don't know if this nigga was smoking crack while I was in, right? So pretty much once I was born, the nigga was a crackhead. I became a crackhead. I try not to blame him because I was born in 86. That's why I don't know if he was smoking crack or not, because the 80s, crack was booming. He obviously was in his early 30s or late 20s when I was born. So therefore, you know, he was with the shit, either selling the dope, which he said he was before I was born, and then becoming a crackhead when I was born. So he probably thought he was Tony Montana type shit. I don't know. I never really got the full story out of him. What I will say is I try not to blame him because I know what the government did to us systematically. I understand that. Some people don't look at that and try to understand that and then try to work kinks out. They just look over, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And then when the motherfuckers say they don't know, then we call them dumb or stupid. But we really don't understand that systematically they have put us and programmed us mentally to think the way that we think. Tell live vision. Tell a vision. Lies. And when you go on there, what are you looking at? Channels. That sounds like some witchcraft to me. And what are you getting these channels off of? Frequency. So they've been programming us for the longest. So we see shit on TV. Oh, I want to be like that. Come to find out, all these videos that we seen in the 90s and shit is in rented houses. This nigga Biggie rapping about being broke in the mansion in Louis. Oh, that's because Louis sponsored him. They don't tell us that. They show us the video, and now we out here. I gotta be like Biggie, nigga. I died to get like that nigga. Nigga, I'm a hood nigga like Biggie too. They don't tell us that ain't even his fucking wardrobe. They don't tell us that ain't his car. Programming, my nigga. They've been programming us, even with these relationships. How relationships supposed to be on fucking TV. Bro, they've been programming us. So when we sit here and once we figure out they've been programming us, it's more easy for me to forgive a nigga about something that he fucked up on, because I know I've been fucking up too. The only problem for me is if the nigga don't acknowledge that he's only fucking up because he's programmed. Because I still can't get out of the programming. I still get up and look at my social media when I sit on the toilet. I still go buy me a vape or a cigarette or a blunt in the mouth. I still turn on the TV show and see what the fuck they talking about on BMF. I'm programmed. I got the Oculus, nigga. I got them in my house. I'm with them. You feel me?
Yo, so I might give me an Oculus to see how it feels during sex.
You funny as hell. You know what? It depends on what you're trying to do. And I'll tell you this, that's another thing, fellas. Get ready, bro. Get ready for us, man. I will say this, as much as we going through with these women and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then they trying to turn all these other men to women and shit. I will tell you this, they looking out for some of us, man, who not with the shit, but we still got to go into that meta world. But they have these right now. You can order it. I don't got one yet, but I think I'm finna get me one soon when I get on my own, because niggas is nasty out here. But they got this, and they have these little like blow up dolls, those little sex dolls that people have. Well, they have them, but they have like these little like, I don't know, cords and lights and shit on them. So pretty much what ends up happening is you can look at this baby doll through those lenses and that motherfucker become whoever the fuck you want. Now, I don't know if they got the size difference and all that.
That's crazy.
Right. So imagine
how much this shit gonna run?
So this right here for me costed me.
No, I'm talking about the doll with the thing and everything.
The doll, I don't know. I don't know how the doll. Listen, you might fuck around and spend about a good $600-700.
Oh, that shit might be. It's cheaper than pay for child support.
You might pay $15, because what I do know is that Oculus right there that I just got, which is the most updated one. Now it's not, that one is not better than the Apple, but it's definitely one of the top level VRs, right? And that one that I have costs $700. And that's only because I got a lot more hard drive. Like the one that if I would have got the other one, it would have cost $450, I think. No, $550. Yeah, $550. But because I got like an extra 300 gigs and hard drive, so I can have more space on there, they charged me another $100 or whatever. So it came out after taxes $700. But then even if I have to go pay $200-300 for the blow up doll, I'm disease free, kid free, stress free. You see what I'm saying? I win. I start fucking around and winning. Like, so I'm saying they got me programmed, but I'm only gonna be a part of the program because I don't see no opening with everybody else. I feel like if I try to get about this matrix that we in, everybody gonna kill me. I ain't gonna be able to walk outside because I'm gonna be known as that nigga trying to get out the matrix, right? So if I do stay in the matrix, I need to find a way for me to be comfortable for myself. Like you said, you have to make sure that you are straight before you make sure everybody else is straight. So if I'm standing,
that's just so important because they tell you that shit on the plane, nigga. That mask come down, put your own mask on first.
Well, what are your kids on there, nigga?
Huh?
What are your kids on the plane with you?
I'm putting my mask on first.
And then get theirs on because now you can
get theirs on. You can't. You gotta focus on you, nigga. Niggas, they fucked up the hierarchy, man. We look at the hierarchy to, you know what I mean? It's God, then you, then your wife, your kids. If you want to go by the Old Testament,
your wife come first always. Well, no, God come first, then your wife.
God, you, and her.
No, your wife first.
No, that's how I look at it. That's my hierarchy.
Yeah, but if you're going with God, you gotta go for your wife first. Your wife coming for everything. Because that's
God,
you. That's what I'm saying. That the thing about being married, and that's why I don't want to get married, is because I'm not ready to commit like that. It has nothing to do with sex or cheating, and everything to do with becoming one. That doesn't mean we're not gonna have our disagreements, but at the end of the day, we gotta get through it. There is no other option. We have no choice but to come to a motherfucking agreement. So if we are married, if I feel like this and you feel like this, we married. We have to come in. We have to. No fucking other choice. When I say I do and you say you do, anything that I do affects you. When I walk outside and I stink, guess what? Your husband stink. That affects you. When I walk outside with my hair all chopped off, looking crazy and shit, that affects you. My wife is walking outside with boogers in her nose and shit, fucking hair, fucking fucked up, edges gone. That affects me. Them niggas is dogging my wife, and I gotta fucking protect her. That we won. Whatever you do affects me. You can go in the bathroom and blow that bitch up. I'm gonna be known as the nigga with the wife that blew up the bathroom. We are one. So when y'all say y'all do, whatever you do, bills, rent, everything, we gotta come to a medium. And I'm not ready for that.
You know what the scariest thing is, though, man. The scariest thing is about relationships and marriage. It's always an option. You're always on a 1-year option.
In marriage?
Yeah.
What, before the prenup kick in or something?
No, like a 1-year option. You don't know. Sometimes, people change over the years. Nothing's secure.
Well, then you can't add God into your marriage. That's another reason why I don't want to.
That's why you gotta pray.
I'm wrong.
That's why you gotta pray. That's why the fuck you gotta pray.
Let's see. Before I start telling you what you can't do with your God, I do have to ask you this. What religion is your God based off of? If you have you don't, and people who believe in God always don't have a religion. So if you don't, I get that as well.
My God's a BBW with big titties.
Lord forgive me. Okay. Well, I can't argue with you.
You said I can't argue with you.
That's your God. That's your God. I can't argue with that. Like, you got it. But I will say my God, the God that I go through, the Christian God, but I try not to keep Christian in it, but I get it as far as all religions. After doing my research, all religions go back to God. They just all come from, different angles. And also, but also, if you go too deep into it, you might fuck around and really be scared of what God got going on, because you might not even know if God is God or what the fuck is going on if you go too deep. But regardless,
and most women don't want to go by that, because if they go by just the religion base, Men can really do what they want. Niggas been
That's not true.
what? Niggas
Not
got 3 wives. Saul had 8 wives.
Yeah, but number one, he was able to take care of each and every last one of them.
Nigga, if 8 bitches got 8 jobs,
They don't have jobs other than jobs around.
I'm just saying, we using today's testament.
See,
If
you
8
have,
bitches got 8 jobs, working 30 hours a week. That's enough for everybody to be taken care of.
yeah, but they don't. But that's not how that works. As a man, you take care of yours. So if I have a kingdom, I have a castle, and I have 7 women in it, that's all mine. Then they in this castle with me, so my castle has to be taken care of, and I have to be the one to make sure that my castle is taken care of.
I'm talking about the Tubi version, nigga. You're going too far.
See, you can't go with the Tubi version because why would a bitch want a nigga that got extra women and all this working at Wendy's? She gonna go try and find her nigga that's
8 checks. That's 8 checks at
Hell
30
no,
hours.
I'm not about to work at Wendy's all day for 8 hours a day for a fucking 8 checks so all of us can be happy. Like, no.
I'll pick you up right in the minivan, boo. I got you.
This nigga just you're silly as hell, Brody. I ain't gonna lie. See, you funny as fuck. But as far as that go, if they do go by religion, so I'll tell you some of the things that we do have over the women. One thing is not fornication. I want to say adultery. So it's fucked up if you ask me, but shit, it's God's rules if we going by the Bible. If a man cheats, a woman should forgive her man. But and this isn't if your husband cheats, a woman should forgive her man. But if a woman cheats, because
she should be stoned.
No, she don't get stoned. She don't get stoned. But first off, there is no going by God. You're not allowed to get divorced. So the only reason that you can get divorced in God's eyes, if you're going by religion, is if a man cheats, a woman has to forgive him because we're not allowed to get divorced. But if a woman cheats, then a man can divorce her. And not only can he divorce her because she was married already and she cheated, by law, God won't look at any of her other marriages as an actual marriage.
She needs to be stoned too. She needs to be stoned too because the nigga probably had a bigger dick than yours.
Hey, so that's stupid, dog. I don't know. But listen, all I do know is that, motherfucker, if we went by marriage, we do have some up. Like, and I get that. We got some ups. But as far as having 8 wives, bro, we definitely got to be able to take care of every last one of those wives and the kids that come with them.
I really do believe, man, for us to move forward, man, as Black people in relationships, that we gotta come to realize, man, we gotta. I really believe in bending a little bit, right?
Bending what?
Bending for each other's needs, right? Like sometimes shit you don't want to do, but you gotta do to keep your partner happy. Like Bobby Womack said it best. Sometimes you gotta do to keep it. She gotta have it. That's Bobby Womack's song. She gotta have it.
Am I tripping?
Huh?
Bobby Womack. Hold on. Is he white? No, he ain't white. Is he white?
No, he's a nigga with glasses like yours.
Didn't his bitch get fucked? But
no, he stole Sam Cooke's baby mom.
Oh, he stole Sam Cooke's baby mom. Okay.
Yeah. But he made a song. She gotta have it. You gotta know what to put a smile on her face. Sometimes you gotta do shit you don't want to do, and that's why I feel like us as people, there's a lot of Black people single, and they come off and saying, "Oh, I like being single. I like being independent." Bitch, you don't feel you want a nigga to lace some pockets up. I don't care what nobody says. Somebody, I really don't believe in that shit, man.
I do, but
I really don't believe why Adam begged God for opinion if niggas was supposed to be alone. You know what I mean, Nick? We would never be able to. Go ahead, break that down.
First off, I want anybody that's watching this show to understand that there is multiple Adam and Eve stories. Number one.
I'm just saying the basic one.
Listen. So there are multiple. There's one from an Anunnaki situation. There's another one from the actual FBI, and then there's another one from actual religion, the basic one, right? So we're going off of the basic one. Let's go off of the basic one, the Bible. Right. Adam asked for somebody. Eve ate the apple. La la la. The rib, the apple. Blah la la. Before Eve, Adam had another woman.
What was her name? Keisha?
He's silly. Lilith. Now Lilith was independent. This is facts. Look at your phone right now and type in Lilith, Lilth. Not lying to you. Lilith was like what we would call a kind of like a demigod, like an angel / I don't know, something. But she kind of basically turned into a demon. Yeah, check her out. But she was his first bitch, and he ain't like the fact that she wasn't with the Will he was talking about. So God got rid of her, let her go do her own thing, which is why she became a demon or whatever, however that story goes. Regardless, that's the actual story. So then Eve, he then asks for something else. And God then decides that he's going to make make something else like him, which is why he decided to take the rib from Adam and make Eve, because now you're not getting something else that I created. You're getting something that's sort of kind of like you. And you kind of understand it, because when you look at a woman, I mean, when we get fat, we get man boobs. And when you look at her ovaries, if you push a man's dick and balls up, you push his balls up first, and then you push his dick in, it's going to look like a pussy with 2 eggs, ovaries. So pretty much the woman is the reverse version of us.
So you telling me
we got 2 nuts, she got 2 ovaries. Her shit go up, our shit come out. You see what I'm saying? So all he did was make the reverse version of us, which is why women should be submitting to the man, because y'all come from us. Now, does that mean if I tell you to jump on hot coals, you do it because I said so? Hell the fuck no. But what you got to understand, that if you come from me, then my job is to protect you from all this other bullshit around. But instead of you hearing what I'm talking about and what the person that created us is talking about, you decided you're going to do your own thing because of what somebody else is talking about. And now we all fucked, including yourself. Because before you eat this apple, a motherfucker can just push out a goddamn baby and you ain't going to feel a goddamn thing. Before you eat this goddamn apple, ain't nobody got to work for nothing, because everything gets fruit from it. As soon as you take a banana off the tree or an apple off a tree, another one grows. Instant. You ain't got to plant nothing, none of that shit. You ain't got to worry about too much wintertime, too much. You ain't got to worry about none of that shit before you eat the apple. After you eat the apple, because you don't think shit gonna motherfucking happen and somebody else tells you to eat the apple, now not only do you got to fucking feel how it feels to actually have this motherfucking child. Mind you, the 2 children that you had, one of them was a demon. Because that nigga killed his brother, first murder in the book. But we ain't gonna talk about all these things that's coming after the bullshit you started. But after you do all that motherfucking shit, you gotta feel the pain birth of a child. But now the man has to also follow suit and work for your ass, because you fucked up and I asked for you. So now I got what I asked for and I gotta work for it. So we both fucking lose. Because you got to fucking sit here and cry and scream all goddamn day, and I got to deal with it because I asked you to motherfucking make this. I got what I asked for. And now not only that, then you get the brother killed the other brother, then he sent off wherever, gonna start a whole nother family. Then you get another brother named Seth who motherfucking do whatever the fuck he do and had these Canaanites and shit. Then you get a motherfucking named Enoch, who God came and took to heaven, didn't even let him die, some other shit. And then you got Enoch's grandson, who was Noah, who God decided that he was tired of all these motherfucking big ass giants and demons and shit on earth, and was gonna flood this bitch and killed all the demons and giants on earth. And then you get Noah, who has 3 sons, who we come from one of them, and all this shit is fucking crazy, right? But at the end of the goddamn day, my nigga, at the end of the goddamn day, we come from God and women come from us. So at the end of the goddamn day,
why don't they respect us then?
Because there is too much going on in the internet and TV and social media that is making them feel like they have to change. See, what ends up happening is you get one woman, she out here getting her ass whipped. Maybe, okay, listen. Out of 20 million women, let's say 1 million of them is going through abusive relationships, getting their ass beat. Ain't nothing cool about that. I'm not about to sit here and say anything about any one of them 1 million women. Out of them 20 million women are getting their ass beat is cool. Ain't nothing cool with that. But what I will say is what they do with the motherfucking media is they shine a camera on all them women getting their ass beat. So now we need this motherfucking women's right movement because it's 20 million of us, but 1 million of us getting, okay, cool, fight for them. Because like I said, ain't nothing wrong with it. But them other 19, they get to seeing that 1 million, and that 1 million got to stand. And now they looking at they shit like, well, it ain't really that bad, but this nigga still got me fucked up. Shit, I'm going to stand up too. I'm a woman too. Now the house is like, hold on, what you mean? Nigga, you was making me sandwiches at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now you a woman, you ain't got to do it. I ain't never put my hands on you. I ain't never beat on you. I ain't never did none of this shit that these motherfucking movement women is talking about. But because you see this movement, programming. Watch Love Hip Hop in Atlanta, whatever the fuck that shit is. I'm watching. I used to watch that shit in the beginning when it first came on because I'm like, oh, they got all the rappers on here and shit. Let me see what they doing, like, you know. And then once they got watered down and it was all about some relationship and shit like that, I'm like, okay, let me get the fuck out of here. But I still see it periodically because one of my girls used to watch it. But then I see how they always maneuvering. At first, they go from just trying to get people to watch it because of rappers and shit to trying to get people to watch it because of relationships. Now they got it so gay, it's just like you can't even watch it without having to see everything. Like, so now you programming me to like that, and that's cool. Listen, I don't got no problem with no gay people or no crackheads, but I don't sit in crack houses because I don't sell crack. And I don't smoke it either. And I don't go to gay bars because I don't fuck with gay people. I don't have sex with gay people. So I don't be around them. That don't mean I hate them, but that don't mean you got to force crack shows on me every day, all day. And guess what? You don't. Why? Because it don't sell.
Like at the end of the day, I don't blame people. I don't have no problem with no gay people.
Hell no.
I have a lot of gay people in my family. I got a gay cousin, the nigga 6'7", and he like men.
Hey, and he open with it, right?
He's open with it, and I appreciate that.
Ain't nothing really than that.
I love a man to be honest with himself and don't lie a nigga in the face. That's what I appreciate.
That's respectable. That's commendable. You won't get no realer than that. You don't get no realer than that.
And to say, I don't have no problems with that. But you know what I got problems with?
The force.
The characters in every show.
And you know what the problem with that is? That go back to the same fucking analogy I was just making. 20 million gay motherfuckers. They only put the cameras on the 1 million that act ratchet and do so much crazy shit. Out of the other ones that's out here owning businesses, doing shit for the community, helping people, loving people, showing people the way to better their lives. They won't put the cameras on those gay people. They won't put the cameras on that part of the community.
I like if it makes sense, right? I like if they have like this, man. I don't like this. Like they always, if we gotta play a gay nigga, we gotta be the most sassiest gay nigga of all time. Like, where's the John Wick of gay niggas?
So you saying every time we see a gay nigga, gotta be like, hey, it can't just be okay, bro, gay, but he's still to knock your motherfucking head off.
Yeah, why we don't have a strong rolled nigga who's gay?
Hey, they put it on the 1 million that's doing the bullshit. I'm sure it's a nigga out here right now.
Make it like. Let's be honest with you. There's a lot of great niggas in American history who was gay. James Baldwin.
Alexander the Great.
He was a gay nigga. He was the greatest writer of all time.
Alexander the Great. So very much prosecuted. Do you think it would reduce the amount of grab-ons? Every violent case. No, that's this show. You're supposed to answer that first, I guess.
Oh, you go ahead, nigga. I don't know what you mean by grab-ons. What do you mean, grab a nigga's dick or grab some pussy? What you mean, grab-ons?
Probably. But a very valid case was prosecuted. I think the problem with the prosecutions, even if the case is valid, is the fact that 9 times out of 10, there's so many of them that motherfucker ain't gonna be able to get to your case for years anyways, especially depending on the city and state you in, that the crime happened in. Because of course you can't be like, okay, he did this to me in New York, but Texas courts is open, so let's do it down here. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it in New York, and if New York's courts is packed, You might be waiting for your case to be over for 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? By then, who knows what the fuck have been done happened and went on. You know what I'm saying? And if you have to have another case and other people having cases. So if every Valley case was prosecuted in enough time, I do think that it will reduce the amount of everything, not just grab-ons. Grab-ons, I guess you mean like people grabbing on people or something like that. I don't know, but I think that every case should definitely be prosecuted in enough time. I think they take too long with these cases, and some of them just be money grabs. We know we can make this case last this long. Prosecutors and lawyers talking to each other about shit, trying to make shit stick, see how much money they can get out of it. You give me him, I give you him. Type shit. Some of them trying to keep they percentage low, they win percentage or they lost percentage low, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So you never know what type of grimy shit going on, anyways, regardless of if it's valid or not. Is it going to be prosecuted? Is the prosecution going to be justified? Am I just trying to win my case? Like, it depends. It all depends on that shit. I think that we need. I don't know, bro. We just let God judge, bro. Because who gonna judge for real? The people gonna judge. You know, we like to see blood and gore. Niggas might just be like, stone him anyway. Like, okay, we found out he ain't do it. Well, you know what? I ain't seen nobody get stoned in 3 months. Fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all just stone him anyways. Like, so they don't, right? And they don't care. We don't care, bro. And I don't even think we care, honestly. I don't think they care about our needs. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think we care, because for the most part, if we know that motherfuckers don't care about us, why are we not putting ourselves in a position to take care of ourselves anyways? You know?
Yeah, that shit real though. And
why are we not? Why are we not putting ourselves in a position to take care of ourselves if we know a motherfucker don't care about us? So sometimes it's like, okay, if they don't care and we still good. A lot of times it's I'm fucked up and they don't care. No, we know that they ain't gonna care, so we can't be fucked up. We just can't. We can't.
What's up, Aunt Mo? Aunt Mo, how you doing, nigga? I see you working, nigga. Man. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing funny podcast. Go check him out, man. He's a funny ass nigga, man. And you know what I mean? And that's why I get to the point where I be kind of mad, niggas, that niggas ain't at where they supposed to be at, nigga. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be like the angry rapper type nigga, but
maybe they just haven't found out that they don't care yet.
Huh?
Maybe they just haven't found out that.
No, I'm just talking about content creating. Like niggas be. I know countless of niggas that putting dope content out, but if we ain't on no fresh or fit time, niggas ain't moving. Numbers ain't moving. That's just crazy to
me. You have to. Everybody, we have to put the money back, man. We have to put the money behind it, bro. That's the only way that you look. When them niggas were selling their CDs out their trunk, nigga, they paid for them CDs. They paid for that print shit, bro. So when you doing your shows, if you want motherfuckers to find your show, you think this gonna be the show. Let's just say this show right here. You think this gonna be the one that would blow? Then nigga, pay for the promotion. Pay for it, because if you put 5,000 into it and you get 5 million people to watch, and then 2 million of them people give you $1, you win. So you have to pay for it. You have to put money into it in order for a motherfucker to, because those fresh and fit niggas, I'm gonna tell you the truth, and it's something that I'm about to do, and I don't give a fuck how nobody feel, man. This probably gonna be clipped, nigga. I'm finna go to Walmart eventually. I'm gonna pay $200, and I'm gonna get me a podcast lit chain. And I'm on here with a chain now. You'll give me a nice little $50-$60 watch. Now they see a nigga with a watch and a chain on this bitch, that might pull them in. You see, you gotta put some money into it, bro. When niggas see a nigga on here with some money, I mean with a chain on, and they don't even, because come have these niggas. Listen, with that nigga, I think it was Steven Jackson or Chad Ochocinco, or maybe both of them, man. All they jewelry fake. First off, why would I wear $1 million worth of jewelry outside and have a chance of a nigga snatching $1 million off my neck? So first off, I'm doing some dumb shit by that. Number two, why would I spend that much money just to show off for who? You? Now I'm about to be broke. But They don't gotta know until they ask, right? So if I got a podcast lit chain on, I don't care if all they do is come on my shit and say your chain fake, and I'm talking about God, and they just come on there and keep saying, guess what? The more comments that I get, chain fake, still making my shit move. The more they click on it just to tell me my chain fake, still making my shit move. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the goddamn day, bro, you just put the little bit of money behind it and then watch it move. Them niggas at Fresh and Fit, they got little sponsors. You know what I'm saying? When you click on their shit, you seeing Starbucks ad or something like that real quick, like in the beginning or on the side or something like that. That might even make you type in Starbucks. It might even bring up your show because you got a Starbucks sponsor. So anytime somebody's typing in Starbucks, it's a slim chance that they pull up Rod shit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like you have to really put your money behind it in order to get those views because that's what they did with the CDs out the trunk, my nigga. Put the money behind it.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. You're definitely right about that. I'm at the point in my time in my life, man, where I'm not trying to have no regrets, though. You know what I mean? Boom. I'm not trying to have no regrets. I'm gonna do everything. I'm like that nigga. You saw Jim Carrey, Yes Man. Like, look it up. He gets to the point where he says no, and have regrets. I'm at the point where I'm gonna try the best. All the little dreams I had as 8-year-old Rod, I'm gonna try to do them. The worst thing I'm gonna get is a no, and I suck at it. But I'm at the point in my life I don't have no regrets, nigga. That's the shit that driving nigga crazy, having regrets.
What would be a regret that you don't want to have?
Like I mean, like when I was younger, like I had a lot of dream killers around me because I was still in an environment that was like, yo, that's some weirdo shit. Why the fuck would you do MMA? That's some weirdo shit. And I got to pivot off that.
Can I want to say something on that? I was a video game head, as you can see behind me, P5.
I've been a video game head my whole life. I mean, fucking
Mario, Sonic, Pac-Man,
PS1, Snake, all that shit, Metal Gear Solid.
So Snake, Metal Gear,
X-Men 97, nigga. I watched that shit by myself the other day. Niggas look at me weird.
Couldn't get past the first mission on Metal Gear Solid to save my life, but I tried every motherfucking day. I ain't giving a damn. That game was fire. But nah. So I used to tell my mom and my sister that I wanted to be a Nintendo player. I didn't know how to say computer programmer or, I was 5-6 years old. Always telling them that's what I wanted to do. Why you want to play the game all day? You know, I might get no money from playing the game all day. That's wasting your time. This system right here cost $600. That system right there cost $600. And the system that I was playing on when y'all was telling me it wasn't shit costed $50.
You see what them niggas doing now? Them streamers?
This system right here, $700. What I'm saying is, like, how you gonna sit here and kill my dreams like that as a child and tell me that? You see what I'm saying? So I totally get what you're saying when you say that. And then what's even more crazy is if I bring it up to him, where I'll be like, man, I probably would have been rich if y'all to help me with that. Yeah, get out the past. Don't worry about that. Like, what?
It's a lot of shit where niggas gotta laugh off.
Got to.
Because you look at it, niggas be hurt, man. Your own family can kill your dreams, nigga. Your relationship can kill your dreams.
Bro, she took me, listen, I'm 6'4", 270. When I was 10 years, I was like 9 years old. I had to been every bit of 5'3". Big as fuck at 9. And not fat. I wasn't even fat. I was just in shape like a motherfucker, but I was big as fuck, running around kicking me shape. But anyways, though, she took me to a football to try out for the Pee-wee for the 9-year-olds. They told her I was too big to play with them niggas. But they told her that they would put me on like the B team or something. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I ain't staying in sports like that. But it was like the next level up with the bigger kids. They was like 13 and shit. And she like, no, they not about to.
That is about vision. You saw it, they didn't. Yeah, that's real kids, y'all.
But they
hit that like button too, King Shark, please. Go ahead.
But they pretty much they pretty much told her I had to play with the bigger kids, and she didn't want me to play with the bigger kids. That was the last time she tried to enter me in sports. Period. And again, I can blame myself because at 10, 12, I should have been begging, but I wasn't. Wasn't even think about it. Wasn't no nigga around me telling me to play sports, and she damn sure wasn't. So shit, I ain't got to do shit. Anybody telling me to do shit, I ain't gonna do shit. I should have had better motivation for myself, but nobody was telling me. But then at the end of the day, you know, like you said, crush your dreams, regardless of what your vision is. It's hard to stay motivated on the vision. Everybody that's raising you is telling you your vision is trash.
And sometimes you gotta go through that vision, even though it's not made for you to fail. It's part of life to fail. And I feel like we keep these kids and these mothers keep these kids in this bubble where they don't get a chance to fail. Because the L's teach you more than the wins. That's only factual for men.
You know exactly.
You gotta get them L's.
You know exactly what not to do next time. Next time you're in this position, you know exactly. And I could tell you, but at the same time, when I tell you, you're gonna feel like I'm fussing, right? So I'm still gonna tell you. But after it happens to you, it still needs to happen to you because obviously I'm telling you, you think I'm fussing, you ain't trying to hear what I'm talking about. So then I'll let you hang yourself. But then after you see how that motherfucker take that rope, get around your neck, you know, okay, I won't step on this stool no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, boy, and I'll come cut the rope. Make sure you don't hang yourself. And I'm gonna tell you, you gonna do that again? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta let them hang themselves, even if you see them walking into the trap, because there's only so much you can say. And if you keep on saying the same shit over and over again, they're gonna resent you anyways, right? Shut the fuck up.
And we go all the way back to what you said, man. All the great men and women in the Bible got battle tested. So you gotta let them kids get battle tested. You can put them so far, but you gotta get battle tested.
Dog, Abraham got battle tested to kill his son. It's 2 women in there that had kids. Nigga, one of them, man, quick story. I'm gonna just tell it short version. 2 women had a baby. They was like best friends. Can't remember their name. It's in the Bible. Just look up 2 women had a baby. And it's probably gonna tell you the whole story because I think it's only this one story like this. But anyways, 2 women had a baby. They was like best friends. Both of them had a baby. One of them ended up falling asleep on her baby and killing her baby. Now, back then, it ain't really too much testing you can do to find out what the fuck happened to the baby. They pretty much just, the baby died, whatever. What ends up happening is when she wakes up and sees that her baby is dead. So she takes the baby and switches the baby, and the other girl who's in there sleep with her baby, she switches the baby out. So when the other girl wakes up, of course she know this ain't her motherfucking baby, but ain't no DNA test. So nigga, give me my motherfucking baby back. Other bitch, no, this is my baby. This is my baby. La la la, you got me fucked up. So now they fighting over this alive baby because the other one noticed this is my baby, is not dead. Like, you know, I mean, well, this ain't my baby regardless. This ain't my baby. That's my baby. So they take it to the king, Pharaoh, whatever. When they get to the Pharaoh says, okay, he hears their arguments and he say, you know what? I don't know who the baby is. Like I said, no DNA test. I don't know who the baby belonged to. But this is what I'm gonna do. Since y'all can't fucking figure it out, I'm gonna chop this motherfucker in half and y'all can have both halves. Y'all can decide on which half y'all can have. The Bible says this man raised the sword to go chop this baby in half. And the real mom, the real actual mom was like, nah, that ain't my baby. That's not my baby. The other woman that wasn't the baby just stood there. The king gave the baby to the woman who said it wasn't her baby. Because the woman would rather her baby go to this woman than to get chopped in half. And that is shit that we have to go through in life. Not who the fuck got the best clothes on. Who the fuck got the most money? That shit was not about no motherfucking money. And this shit happens periodically through life. This is what we need to be focusing on. Not who the fuck got the best 3. That's cool for entertainment. I don't mind the money they make. If we out here buying their jerseys and shit, that's cool. But I feel like the money should definitely go to them. Maybe to help keep the stadium lights on because that's where they work at and all that shit. But nigga, if I'm bringing you $300 million in jersey sales, nigga, I deserve 200. Over half, my nigga. If I'm not here, you don't get these sales. How the fuck do you get more money than me? But it's not about the money because it's about me shooting these hoops. That's what's more important. That's the only reason why we got this. So if you can't see that, nigga, you're playing me. And the same thing with our life out here. And that's what the women have it so fucked up. Because if the man was probably around, he would have been able to back her, right? That's my motherfucking child too. That's my son.
Don't see that.
They doing it independently. So this is the shit they got to deal with. And then they got a whole nother man, but cut this another man's baby in half. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy.
And you know the sad thing about it is, you look at relationships, right? Men don't settle, right?
They don't who?
They don't settle, right?
Settle?
Yeah. When a man see a woman that he wants to wed and vow to, he does that, right? But a woman in their mind can be like, damn, I got a kid now, and this nigga might not been my type back in my day, but now I want to settle down with a nigga like this. That'll happen more in the woman's side than men's side. I really believe that, honestly.
It probably do, but I will say this.
Because their survival mode is different from ours.
I get tired of them too, though. Sometimes I get tired of the same one. And that's probably another reason why I can't commit, but sometimes it don't even be that. Sometimes just be like, I don't know, maybe I just don't like it no more. Like, okay, man, I'm tired of her making this, making that. This is how she make it. I'm tired of it. Maybe it just be something bullshit. It probably be something slight, but it'd be so long, I just get tired of it. I don't want it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It'd be sometimes just be like that, man. Sometimes, because most of the time for me and where I fuck up at it with women is I go for what I like. That's my problem. I probably could be in a great ass life right now if I didn't turn down some of the women because I did not like what they was built like or what they look like. If I chose a woman off of her mentality alone and not what she looked like, I probably would be in a way better position. I probably wouldn't be talking about women the way I talk about them. But because she got a high ass, because she got to look a certain way, for me, I'm putting myself in a race with other niggas. Number one, it's a lot of women out here who don't got ass, but got degrees and they mind on straight and ain't on that bullshit.
And sometimes I agree with Miss Londa. Sometimes you need that time just to be alone. That's when I feel like that's when I took that time and not really be worried, chasing the puss. And I just took that time. That's when I found my wife because I was not on that time. And I went through some bitches that smoke babies a day. You know what I mean? This was some real stoner shit. And God bless them. You know what I mean? And a lot of them doing well. And you know what I mean? I just didn't want that out of my life. I don't want somebody to be smoking all day. I didn't want nobody to be smoking fudge every day, smoking Black and Miles. I want a bitch with pretty white teeth. You know what I mean?
I do like.
And when she smile, I'm like, damn.
I like that.
You know what I mean? I don't want no bitch with no black lungs, like a coal miner. You know what I mean? It's just that's just where I want. I already have enough demons of my own where I didn't want to take that into on my future kids or if I had another kid. You know what I mean?
Next thing you know, you in the hospital for breathing problems.
Both was dead because we smoking a carton of cigarettes a day or both got bad kidneys. I didn't want that. You know what I mean? I look at things like that. I want somebody to be at the end of the day when my eyes closed, I can have some breather, somebody taking care of their business.
But you had to figure that out after finding out other things, though.
Oh yeah, you gotta go through the mud. You gotta go through the mud. You gotta everything in life. You gotta start from somewhere, right? Like I look at the shortcomings I had in my early 20s. Like I had to start from that truck series, and then I had to go to Indy 500. You know what I mean? You had to start somewhere, and I'll notice the shit. The writing was on the wall. I just was not seeing it. I was just too drunk, and I was too lit. I'm like, damn, fuck it. This motherfucker gonna be here tomorrow. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep on doing me. Fuck it. I'm gonna go hang out and go chill out. Go play some dice with some niggas. go drink some Crown Royal, drink some Henny with these niggas. She gonna be there. She gonna be there. She gonna be there. My daughter gonna be there. Everything gonna be there. I don't gotta give no nigga no time. Blah 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 blah. And eventually that motherfucking slot machine times out. You know what I mean? And niggas leave, nigga. Somewhere, somehow we gonna make it. Niggas get on that survival mode. And a nigga gonna throw out that motherfucking life vest and say, be female Hurricane Katrina. I was just too naive to see it.
Man, look, we gotta stop. I don't know, man.
We gotta get to the fake false, like we got enough game and we can hold a nigga down. No, nigga. No game, no rise gonna keep nobody to be there if they don't want to be there.
I think that's where we lost because civilization.
And you can't force somebody to be with you. You can't beat nobody down. Bitch, you gonna stay here. You can't do that.
Civilization put us in this, right? Before we do all the civilization shit and industry and all this shit, bro, this is how motherfuckers live. We survived. We built our area, we protected our land, and if anything came in there, human or animal, we killed it to protect our family. That's how it worked. Once civilization came, and we got police officers and police buildings and fire departments and all this other shit, we started securing ourselves. We started realizing that as long as we got those options, governments, laws, and things like that, we don't need to have anybody else because we got all these other things that the government has implemented into civilization. So if I can call the police for security now, I don't need my man in the house, or you see what I'm saying? This is the women. Because at one point in time, nigga, the man is out doing what? Hunting these. Now, don't get it twisted. You have to fight some of these Amazon women because they felt like they can go out there and run and hunt too. It was some of them out there as well.
I love them.
Go
ahead, hunt too.
But for the most part, because I mean, you look at the lions, or the lioness hunt and they bring the food back, or they go, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the men went out there, they hunted, and they had to become a man before they could really. I mean, they had to go out there and hunt something big before they could even become a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? They hunting out here hunting rabbits and shit. You're not a man. You got to bring a bull, you know what I'm saying, the alligator, something crazy home for me to be like, okay, you know, have a fucking scar on your eye from fighting a wolf or some shit, nigga, for you to really be a man. And we didn't want the women like that. Why would I want my beautiful woman to have a scar on her face from fighting a wolf? You feel me? No. So we didn't play like that about our women. So if I say I want the sandwich at 3:00 in the morning, she definitely gonna do it because she know I'm finna go put my life on the line fighting these wolves. But when civilization came, she don't need me to go fight the wolves anymore because if she called 911 and tell them the wolf is here, they gonna pull up. And matter of fact, if she down, she can tell me, I ain't making you a sandwich, bitch ass nigga. And if I get mad, she can call the police and they gonna pull up on my ass too.
Yeah, that shit real.
So now you done took her and put her in a position to where she could say anything. Cool.
She's a position of power.
But when you back the fuck up and say, pay me to build this house or build it yourself, you see how far you get. You got some lumberjack women out here who will build a house probably better than me for sure. I ain't even know probably. I know it's women out here who will build the house.
Hey, boom. Let me go even farther, nigga. I've been in a situation where I'm at Walmart, right? I see a woman arguing with her man. This nigga put his mitts on her. You know what I do? I get in my car and mind my business.
Facts.
You know why I do that?
Why is that?
Because I've seen it countless times of a nigga jumping on the man, trying to be a nigga's super Negro, and that shit ain't bad. A woman banging this nigga out for trying to save her.
Bad, or they jumping,
or you jump him, or you finish him. Like I don't even put myself in that situation where I'm on my business at all costs, nigga.
I did that one time, and I did it with a homeboy of mine. I used to hate that he put his hands on his girl, but I never really jumped in. But one day we was sitting there. We was probably sitting there for about 3 hours playing fucking Madden and shit, UFC, whatever. We just sitting there playing the game, smoking and shit, just chilling, like 3-4 hours. And she was gone. And the baby, his kids was there with us and all that. And then she came back in, and he in there trying to argue with her where she at, la la la. I'm minding my business playing the game. They still arguing and shit. So I get up. And I'm like, man, I'm finna go. I go in the little dining room where they at. I'm telling them I'm finna go. And as I'm walking in the dining room, I see him up and slap shit out of her. Pow! I'm talking about like hard as fuck. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm really about to go. But then I look, and my goddaughter, his daughter, is in her arms as he's doing this. So now I'm like, hold on, Fred, let me get the baby. But because he's so mad, he ain't trying to hear me say, let me get the baby. He just instantly started calling me a Captain Save-A-Ho. So I'm like, bitch ass nigga, your daughter a Captain Save-A-Ho? You see what I'm saying? So now I'm mad now because, nigga, I'm not even trying to say the girl. That's what y'all do. She been around this shit. But you slapping her with your daughter in your hand, nigga, that baby ain't got nothing to do with this. And it's my goddaughter, bro. This is mine. You ain't about to do that. That's disrespectful, whole ass nigga. You already putting your hands on a woman. We don't do that. Nigga, don't fight one-on-one. We always jumping the nigga if I'm around. You don't fight one-on-one. You always grabbing something off the ground, trying to bust the nigga upside the head. But now you in here beating on this woman. So I really don't even like you all like that. But we've been rocking for so long that I'm trying to like calm you down. But then now you putting your hands on her while your own child is in it. You ain't got no respect for yourself, you goofy ass nigga. I'll beat your motherfucking ass like you trying to be hers. You feel me? And that's where I went with it. But if I don't know this nigga for sure, and if I see some shit going on in Walmart, you ain't about to shoot me. I got to get back to my babies.
Hey, this one I'm gonna do. I'm Andy Griffin.
I won't record it though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not recording time.
No, I ain't gonna disrespect the nigga's daughter like that. But I'm hootie hooing. I'm getting the fuck out the way because
niggas up strap.
Niggas up strap, and you don't know this nigga. You don't know what's going on.
But that still should let you know why we shouldn't, because obviously if we know niggas is gonna upstrap because you're trying to help them, why are you upstrap on me and you punching on her?
Yeah.
You should be punching on me too, but we already know. The reason why you punching on her is because you can win that fight. You don't know if you can win.
And I'm sorry to say, I know countless niggas and women that is into that.
Getting they out fighting each other?
No, get off by a nigga beating them. Women, men and women. Some kind of abuse get off by that sometimes.
I mean, I'm not saying it's right. You don't love them if you don't beat them.
Because they program from their mothers and fathers to see certain shit like that. They get turned on by that. I had a chick that she loved when I argue with a bitch. I argue with her. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why you call me a bitch? Oh, we guess I have sex now. What? like it be some real deep mental health shit we don't tap into in correcting, but they let that shit go on.
Because instead of putting on shows like the Cosby Show, showing the or the Family Matters,
or Parenthood was good by Robert Townsend.
I mean, shit, we can throw the Wayans brothers and Jamie Foxx. I don't give a fuck all that shit. Martin, we can throw all that. Martin, if we based our lives off of the Martin show, do you know how fun life would be? Them niggas wasn't rich. Them niggas stayed in a one-bedroom apartment in the nigga. They was best friends. They rocked with each other. Him and his girlfriend was the funniest. They argue, but they stick together. Funniest relationship ever. Friends, all that. All they friends they stayed around. Like I get it. It was a TV show, but y'all rather put Krayshawn and Blueface on. Why don't we got another Martin and Gina? Why we got Jamie Foxx trying to chase one woman around a hotel for 5 fucking seasons?
You know what that promoted?
What?
Consistency of sipping.
I mean, I get it, but I don't. See, the thing about the sippiness, I get it if this is what the nigga trying to do as far as like, nigga. You think about, okay, listen, the simp. Okay, what's your definition of simp?
Like, I'm not chasing a broad around for 5+ years.
The show was 5+ years, but it didn't last that long. The show probably was only like a month.
But
Some
I'm
of the
just
years.
saying that
And they ended up
nigga,
getting married at the end. But see, what you gotta understand is you got her playing hard to get because this is a focused woman. This is not no fucking hoe. This ain't no bitch that everybody just coming through fucking and you chasing her and shit like that. This is
I
a
don't
focused
care
woman.
how long she focused for.
But that's cool. But see, the thing about it is he's chasing a woman that's focused. He's not chasing no bitch that is out here showing out ass and titties. So if that's what it needs to be, then that's what I would rather that than ass and titties all on my
Hey,
screen. I'd
boom.
rather watch a
Hey,
nigga
boom.
grown ass
Hey,
woman
boom.
around than
Hey,
chasing
boom.
ass and titties.
We chase that long enough. That's a life vest. She know you're gonna be there.
When you chase what? Her? A focused
Yeah.
woman?
Yeah.
But she's not looking for you to be there. She's looking to see if you're really trying to love her because she already know that all men want to do is fuck on
But
her. So if I get this man,
in her mind, she says that in her head, once she go through a bad relationship, oh, that punk ass nigga Jamie gonna be there. If I get that, but I'm just saying that's how to look at it.
but that's not on the sim side.
But in
On
a
the
way,
sim
that
side, for the sim side for Jamie. See, when we watched the Jamie Foxx show, yes, he chased her around and he wanted to be her woman, be with her. I mean, he wanted her to be his woman. We ain't about to act like Jamie ain't had the hoes on that show. Jamie had all the hoes.
You right.
Stop playing.
But
he wanted the woman.
All right, or go then. Urkel was on some mass level.
Okay, Urkel was on some mass level simp shit, but
Laura was everything.
But I mean, even to the fact that where he changed his whole identity just to make her love him. But what I will say about Urkel is it showed us
the smart
love. It just showed us that the love that a man would do for a woman, like, you know what I'm saying, what he would go through for a woman.
It showed that the smart niggas win in the end.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe.
The smart intellectual. Damn, I'm fucking drunk.
Or intellectual
man always win in the end, and he always got options.
True, because he has, but that's only because he
got the income and he got the brains.
And so he only got options because he makes options. The smart motherfucker already. So if I know that I'm going to get this job, a dumb motherfucker gonna be like, I can't wait till I get paid because I can pay this lights and I'll be able to get this shoes and I'm gonna be able to go to this show. I gotta get this money real quick. Smart motherfucker gonna be like, okay, long as I keep this job for a year, by July I'll be able to do this, and by December I'll be able to do that. So a smart motherfucker gonna think all options, all outcomes, and all possibilities. That's why they got a whole bunch of options, because they think about, if I go to this bar, I can meet this type. If I go to that bar, I can meet that type. That's how a motherfucker with options. That's why a motherfucker got options. A dumb motherfucker is only going to work to get some money so they can go to this spot only. The spot that they couldn't get in because they ain't had no money. This is why they don't got options. So I wouldn't say the smart motherfucker got options because everybody want them. I would say the smart motherfucker got options because they put themselves in that position.
And that's facts. That's
because you can see the dumbest, brokest niggas with all the bitches. Why? Because all the bitches go to the same spot and he be there too. But you see the smart motherfucker with all the bad bitches because he get into the places that we can't go. So when you see a nigga come around, you're like, damn, who the fuck is that? Where'd she come from? Oh, that's because he was in that club that's 30 miles away from us that we can't get to. We used to go into the hole in the wall down the street that everybody be at. All the bad bitches be there that everybody be fucking. Yeah, I'm finna get her tonight, but she was just with Rod 2 days ago. I'm finna get her tonight because I'm that nigga. But it's a bitch that's 30 miles away at a bar that we can't get to because we ain't got our money right. We ain't got our head right. So the other homie go up there and bring a bitch back. And now we like, oh, what's that? Now we all thirsty with our tongues out. Who's that? Like, nigga, only reason why this nigga got options because he was smart. And then he went outside the box. He left the city. He went from Akron to Cleveland. You see what I'm saying? He didn't get all the hoes. And he went and got some Cleveland hoes, some Columbus hoes, some Toledo hoes. We couldn't get outside of Akron. So he only got that many options, not because they want him, but because he was smart enough and made the right decisions to be able to move. And we stuck in the same place. So I can't say it's the smart man always win. They get all the options. I think that we just be dumb and don't make ourselves have any choices. I learned that the hard way. And now I know because I brought sand to the beach out here in Arizona. And Tell you one thing. So many motherfuckers talk about they can come stay with me or they can come be out here with me or so many motherfuckers out here basically the shit we talking about this, that, and the other. I done had options from podcasters telling me to fly out there. Like dead ass. I ain't gonna put nobody's names on no shit, but nigga, like, and that's just because I'm a good father. They ain't even asking me for no money, my nigga. They just like, come on, come home. Dead ass. Come home. Like I had podcasters telling me to come home. Women, on my mama, on my children, on my soul. So it's like sometimes it's not about what you got. It's just about how you move, my nigga. Motherfucker like that, man. They like that, man. They love it how you move. You ain't gotta have a whole bunch. I don't need no iron. I'm already creased. And I don't need no money. I got mouthpiece, my nigga. I swear to God. It's about how you move, man. You change your motherfucker's radiator and save him $1,000. You might have just bought yourself 3 months to get yourself on your feet type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bartering. Daily.
I come in this bitch, I ain't got no money, I ain't got no job, but I did go down there and sign up for food stamps. They gave me $400. If you just let me motherfucking sit here for a couple months and get my job and my money up, I definitely will be able to put food in this house while I'm here. She ain't gonna trip on you about what you ain't got because she know for a fact you bringing extra food in this motherfucker. That's saving her right there. All I think gotta do is go get some food stamps. Niggas won't even get up and go do that if they ain't got no job. Like, what are we doing? What the fuck?
It's crazy.
I don't know, right? Sometimes it's us.
Yeah, sometimes us. Before we get out of here, man, what do people know what you got going on?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a lot of bullshit going on, man. I had something set up for podcast later, man. I got about 10 shows, man, lined up, man. I wanted to put them out weekly, month and 2.5 months worth of shows. That way I ain't gotta worry about, interviews and if motherfuckers gonna show up. I got the shit. But people in my life is trying their hardest to fuck with my spirit. And my problem with that is I fear that I might start the season and then have to end it by the time I get to episode 2 or episode 5. Or I don't believe that I'll be able to make it to the end of the episode with the bullshit that is going on. So I'm not sure if I'm just going to drop everything or I'm going to try and hold it long enough. Regardless, follow Podcast Lit because there's a lot of shit going on that I got going on. Not really been putting my hard work into it, but it's just a lot of people trying to bring me down. So y'all might only be seeing me on a lot of other people's shows. But again, thank you for letting me on your show, Rod, because I'm still going to be joining. I just don't know how it's going to go with Podcast Lit. But please follow and support me, man, because I'm trying and I love what I do. It's just people around me, man. Back to you, sir.
That's crazy right there. Hopefully you figure that shit out, man. Everything eased up where you got to do the move. But, you know what I mean? It's still raw and uncensored, man. I'm taking tomorrow off. No, I'm gonna have a 1 p.m. show. Me, Uncle Dolomite.
I think Dolomite.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking. I think I said 1 p.m. Eastern. Me and him gonna be talking. I've been asking him questions about the stand-up shit. He been doing stand-up a little bit. Niggas been telling me at my job, yo, go ahead, just try a couple open mics. Because he said a couple of niggas I've been working with and just like Rod, how you put them shits together? How you talk about putting plan Bs and big bitches got ostrich eggs and how you come up with that kind of shit? So I'm gonna try my best and see where shit goes. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have no regrets. Worst thing they can tell me, that shit's corny, nigga.
But still, that shouldn't even read because even if they tell you that's corny, what the fuck? Your accomplishment is that you did it.
Yeah, like no regrets. That's how I live by. That's what I'm living by.
Don't fucking go in the Kuda Cat with talking about no regrets though, nigga. Strap up. Fuck all that. No regret shit. I don't regret going to the Kuda Cat raw, nigga. Strap up, nigga.
I use my earwax first. If she moves, I'm not sticking.
You said the airwax. Oh, that's because if it causes a chemical reaction.
Yeah, if they start doing like this, she start home shaking. I'm not going in there. If she stays still, I might go in there. I might shoot from half court like Steph. hey, but shout out to all the black queens today, man. South Carolina, y'all got it done. Like I told everybody, man.
So they the champions?
Oh, they're the national champions.
Oh, but it's still the Final Four. We at the Final Four now.
Oh, they won it. They won it all.
So what about the men? Who won on the men's side?
give a fuck about the men, man. All right.
I heard like UConn, the only two teams that. What was the team
UConn and Purdue? I ain't watching none of that shit, man. I watch the women, man, because the women play basketball how they're supposed to play basketball. They cut to the basket. They set screens. They don't force shots up. And these women actually play basketball how they supposed to play.
It's all 1v1 on the men's side.
And I love it. Niggas ain't trying to play like 2K characters.
This is all 1v1 on 2K.
You know what I mean? Niggas play like that before.
Hey,
screen. Set the screen.
The center. Where the center call for a screen? What the fuck is going on?
Do the ditty. Do the ditty. Do the ditty.
Got this fucking big ass 7 foot tall center talking about ISO. Don't get your ass to the post. What the fuck is we doing, dog?
The center going for ISO. That's crazy, but
the center going for ISO, dog. And it's really Wimby. Oh man, okay. Hey, let me shout this out. Shout out my dude, Light Son, man. I just want to say this, man. This is one of the funniest things I've ever heard on any of my shows. So I have a show that's coming out, and it's just about, we just talking about enlightenment. This man, Enlightenment Son, is going to say to me. And at first, I didn't catch on to what he was saying, but he gonna say they been telling us. They was telling us in the Lion King what they was doing. They was what they was bringing to the NBA. They was saying, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, you talking about Simba and Mufasa? He like, yeah, I'm talking about the Lion King. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? I'm like, you talking about Wembanyama? So this nigga saying pretty much that the song is the Lion King, Wembanyama, whatever the fuck they were saying on there. They pretty much was letting us know that they was bringing Wembanyama to the NBA, dog. That shit is hilarious to me when you see the show. I'm like, why the fuck did this nigga put two and two together like that?
That's crazy. But
that's crazy. But definitely, Sinner's running point is crazy.
Yeah, shout out to South Carolina, man, and I don't know. I know my Lakers was getting their ass whooped last time I checked.
They lost by 10.
Oh man! But shout out to
the play-in, man. They gonna make AC and beat them.
Make the play-ins. Bronny gonna be there next year, so I'm excited.
If Bronny come, Bronny into an NBA.
Yeah, I mean the nigga can play some defense, man. Pause, man.
Who Bronny?
Yeah, he play a little defense.
Yeah, I think he can play offense. I don't think he was used correctly.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But I think Bronny James. No, excuse me. I keep calling him Bronny because he Bron Jr. Bronny Jr. Bryce. He gonna be an animal. I believe he gonna be an animal.
That nigga's already a bucket. Yeah. The nigga's 6'6" already.
Man, scary, right? That nigga gonna be something.
I think that might be his real son for real. I ain't gonna say that, but I think that might be his real son.
Who's real son?
LeBron. That nigga's 6'6" already.
You said he might be his real son?
Yeah, how the nigga is Bronny Jr. on 6'2"?
Hey, Bronny ain't start taking them steroids until after Bronny. I mean, Bronny.
I don't know what the fuck going on. But anyway, man, I gotta say this, man. It is what it is, man. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the show. Ken Shark said, great show. I appreciate that, Ken Shark. I'll be on tomorrow, 1 p.m. Me and my man, Uncle Dolomite, going to be talking comedy. We're going to talk about the greatest comedians. We're going to talk about stand-up. It's going to be a whole vibe, man. You know, that LA nigga, he's a crazy, he's a light-skinned nigga, but he's a dark nigga. He's a light-skinned nigga, but he's a dark nigga. We're going to talk about some pop culture. We're going to talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. He's a funny nigga, though, man. Check me out, Uncle Dolomite, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. Man, also, I don't know what else I'm going to have for the rest of the week. I might not do nothing for the rest of the week. I'll be burnt out a little bit, but I might do something a little light. But and Android, please help me out with this fucking. I don't know how I can't get in my fucking YouTube, man. This shit's crazy, man. But anyway, it's time to get out of here, man. Boom, let the people know again.
You already know Podcast Lit, man. Follow me on Podcast Lit. Thanks for having me on the show, bro.
Hey. Texas Roadhouse. Y'all the greatest, man. Y'all the greatest. All the BBLs in Texas Roadhouse. Thank you.
Good night, people.
What's coming to you? world and everything in it.